Hey lovely people, welcome to another studio vlog. I would say actually probably my very first studio vlog really. The first one was more of a welcome slash art haul. Last time was a studio makeover. Today's a day we get down and dirty and do some art because let's face it, I need to, because today is the 3rd, yes, 3rd of February, and I have set myself the goal that I want to open my very first online store by April. The other day I thought about designing some business cards. Then I realised I need to wait to do the business cards till I can put the web address of my shop on there, or a QR code at least. I can't do the online store until I have products. I can't do products till I have art. I have no art. So that's where we're starting to, guys. Today is going to be a day one of this February, you'll see it in March, studio vlog of creating art. And the clue is in the title, discovering my art style. How do you discover your art style? There is so many YouTube videos and online articles about how to develop your art style. I think it's a personal thing, personally. I have found that by creating daily art has started to emerge a style, and that's something I want to share with you right off the bat. The rest of it we'll find as we go along. I've got some plans for this month. I want to go to our local library, get some books for inspiration. I want to work on some couple of little art projects. Some art projects that I've been meaning to do. And also I want to continue with the daily art challenges that I've been doing. But first off, I just want to share a little bit of a eureka moment I had recently, because I was thinking about the type of art that I enjoy. So when I'm scrolling through Instagram, when I'm watching studio vlogs, the stuff that I really like or are drawn to is basically pink. My favourite colour is pink, okay? I love anything pink. And the art that I'm attracted to is mainly digital art, kawaii style, pinks, lilacs, cute animals, fruit with faces, anything super cute. I've recently found some new British artists that I follow on Instagram and have been watching their YouTube videos. Rebel Jones, Prince by Millie, Catnip. Discovered all of those, fell in love with them, fell in love with their art. But that's not my art. I am attracted to it. I will always like it and comment on it in Instagram. I may well order some of their products, but it's not my art style, and I've struggled with that recently. I'm a traditional artist. I have no interest in getting a tablet or an Apple Pencil and doing digital art. I think the market's already flooded by those kind of artists. No shade on them. I think they're doing amazing, and what they do is, like I said, amazing. I'm binge watching their videos for goodness sake, but it's not me. My art is a lot more like likes of Katie Moody, Melanie Chadwick, landscape artists, and also quite illustrative, which I've discovered during my daily art challenges. And I've been trying to fight that. And so the first nugget I want to give in this video, I'm hoping that I'll discover more along the way, and we'll discover how to find our art style together. But the first thing I've learned is don't try and make yourself fit in a box that you were never meant to fit into. I love that art. I love what these guys create, but that's not me. And me trying to create that only leads me to creating art that isn't that great, that I don't connect with, that I don't even like. And obviously I want to create art that I enjoy making, and I want to hopefully discover a community of people who like the art that I create, and I want them to look at my art and think, yes, that was made by Sophie. That couldn't have been just any other artist. That is her style. And so, as you know, in January I was doing a 30-day sketchbook challenge. I'm still doing the 100-day sketchbook challenge by Katie Moody. With the 30-day sketchbook challenge, the difference was you got given prompts. I just want to share a few, because I noticed something when I was doing my prompts. It calls you to do stuff that you wouldn't necessarily do. So, for example, one of the prompts was, I can't remember whether this was I think it might have been rooftops. This is a pro marker piece. That's something quite like I would do. It's pastel colours. It's what I like. What I hate doing is people, mainly eyes, hands, and one of the prompts was eyes. So I did a whole page of eyes here, as you can see. Another one was statue, and I've done the Michelangelo's David statue here. Really pushed me out of my comfort zone, which is good. So these are both just graphite pencil drawings. But one thing I noticed, if you look at David here, obviously that's the original here. This is the picture I did. Who does he remind you of? For me, I see Disney's Hercules in him. And do you know what I thought when I saw this? I was like, I want to draw more people, but I really want to try doing like a statue of someone in Trafalgar Square in London with lots of little pigeons around them. Maybe the little pigeons can have little faces, little personalities. And I was like, oh my goodness, I'm an illustrator. I enjoy doing illustrations. I enjoy coming up with stories. I want my pictures to have character. On the next page here, he does some little animals with glasses. Animals always look cute with glasses, don't they? So, you know, I follow other people on Instagram. I'm giving loads of artist shout outs, but by all means, look these guys up. I think we can learn so much from each other. Katie Mai, Furry Little Peach, Mimi Moo Illustration. They have been illustrating or are going to illustrate children's picture books. Maybe that's something I could look into. And off the back of that, I started thinking about zines. I really want to create projects that will fit in letter mail. We're going to have a little one at home. I don't have time to be going to the post office with bulky packages. I really want to create products that I can put in letter mail. It also makes it cheaper for you guys, less money to be paid on shipping. So I was thinking about doing prints, stickers, bookmarks, pins. Zines would fit well into that. Recently watched Megan Wang, Studio Maggie's latest vlog on how she makes her zines. Now she's a digital artist, so slightly different. But another YouTuber, Randy Lynn Reed Illustration, I think is her handle. I'll pop it below. She created a zine just before Christmas, which is more like a little booklet of her woodland animal paintings. Again, a traditional artist. So that's something more like along the lines I would do. Maybe a little story weave through. So many possibilities. And this is what I want to start off by saying to you guys. Don't feel that just because the people that seem to be doing really well and are really popular, and it might be what you're attracted to as well, like with me, a style of art like kawaii style, pink, lilac, digital, just because that's what you're attracted to, just because that seems to be selling really well, it doesn't mean that your art style won't. And it doesn't mean that you can't do something different. And I think, you know, if we're thinking about this logically and business-like, which is not my natural, I go more with heart than head. But obviously there is the thing about AI art coming in now. AI art arguably could recreate some of the digital art the digital artists create. They cannot recreate your brushstrokes and your oil pastels and that feeling and that rawness of traditional art or plein air. They can't. So actually, if you're thinking business-like, maybe actually traditional route is the best one to go down. It just so happens that I seem to, well, I haven't really experimented with digital art. Again, I don't really want to. But this seems to be my style. And so for so many years, maybe not years, I haven't really been doing traditional art again since the start of last year, since college, because we had that break. But for so long now, I have been trying to unintentionally and probably subconsciously change my art style to be more of what I see online, rather than embracing my natural art style, discovering it and developing it. So that's my goal this month. That's what I want to take you on a journey to. Hopefully we'll pick up tips along the way. Like I said, I want to continue doing daily art, so I'll take you along. I want to use some different mediums. I want to try and use some oil pastels, try more layering up different products, materials. I cannot speak. I need more coffee. And also, like I said, I want to go to the library, look at different books, look at children's illustration books. So we'll go to the children's section. And also to give myself a little bit of respite, so I'm not just doing work, because I don't want to burn out before the shop's even launched. I want to use some of the things that I got given for Christmas. So my mum gave me this embroidery kit. I can't link where these are from, by the way, guys. These are presents. But this is an embroidery kit. I do embroidery anyway, but this is the little kit that I want to try out. And also, what I'm super excited about, my friends gave me this quilling for beginners kit. So that's paper quilling. So I really want to try out that. You never know. I might just decide, you know what, guys, forget the landscapes, forget the zines. Quilling is my passion. You never know. But at the very least, it's having fun with art. This is meant to be fun. The whole idea of making your hobby your day job is to enjoy what you're doing. But obviously the danger is when that hobby becomes work, you may stop having fun. So switching up is really important. So hopefully this will be a really enjoyable vlog. Lots of art content. Do art along with me. Discover your own art style. But most importantly, don't be afraid to be you. Stop trying to be everyone else. I'm talking to myself here, but hopefully it might resonate with you as well. And it's okay if your art style doesn't look like everyone else's. There is room for everyone, and it might just be that there are customers out there who are looking for a piece of art, and your style might be exactly what they are missing. So have a good one, guys. Enjoy the vlog. Enjoy a lot of art making, hopefully. Like I said, it's the 3rd of February. I'll check back in with you at the end of the month, probably some little maybe bits of talking in between, and we'll see where we end up. Oh, by the way, I don't think I mentioned, I'm also joining March Meet the Maker next month. It's a month-long prompt challenge about businesses developing their business stories behind their products. I'll actually be making mine probably in March, so that'll be interesting. It's a challenge launched by Joanne Hawker. Her prompt list comes out in a couple of weeks' time, so I'll probably jump back on and tell you more about that when it comes out. But you know, if I'm not busy enough, let's throw in another challenge. Why not? Hey guys, so I just wanted to jump back on to show you a bit more about the books that I got from the library, and also just to catch up with how I've been getting on with my daily art, and how I'm thinking, how I'm feeling about where my art style is seeming to be going. So first of all, I just want to talk about this amazing book that I got from the library, The Lost World. Massive book and absolutely beautiful drawings. Like, look at some of that nature kind of illustration there. And I have in my sketchbook done a couple of versions of the art from this book. Just want to quickly show you. I don't want to take up too much time, but look how stunning this picture is here of like a bluebell wood with the fox and the owl. Now, I attempted to do something similar in my sketchbook. I don't think I quite pulled it off, but nevertheless, I am quite pleased with it. So here we are. Here's my version here. Give you a little bit of a close up. So that is with watercolor pencils, and that's it really. Watercolor pencils, and activate it with some water as well. I really love the vibrancy of the purple, and also the trees at the back there. Yeah, quite pleased with that one. And then the other piece I did from this book, such a big book, it's quite difficult to maneuver it, but there was this one. I think they're crows. Are they crows? I tend to mention on the page before. They haven't, but I think they're crows with twigs and trees, and just got the outlines. Now, I did this in my sketchbook. What I did is I cut out the outlines or the silhouette of the birds, and then temporarily stuck them on with masking tape or with washi tape, and then used oil pastels over the top, and then peeled the bird images off to leave the silhouette. And I'm actually quite pleased with how it turned out. I'll give you like a bit of a closer up there. I used 3 or 4 different oil pastels in different brown tones and black. I'm quite pleased with how that turned out. So I've been really enjoying using the library books to kind of start to spark some extra inspiration. Another piece that I'm quite pleased about, I'm a bit sad because I need to get some fixative spray or put some tissue in my sketchbook because I am getting smudging over, but I will show you this Zentangle image I did of some mushrooms. I'm really enjoying doing Zentangles, and Zentangles are black and white geometric kind of patterns, I guess you would say. So these are just some mushrooms that I did. I'm really pleased with how they turned out, and I find it quite meditative, like quite relaxing when I'm doing the Zentangles. I've done a few Zentangles. I've done a leopard back here. That was my leopard one, I think I showed you before. And in my other sketchbook I did a sparrow, I think, or was it starling? One of those. You can see that in my sketchbook tour, my previous sketchbook tour. So I'm wondering, maybe I might do a whole kind of product range of Zentangles, maybe. Who knows? This is what's kind of going through my mind as I'm doing it. What am I enjoying doing? What turns out well? Like, I'm really happy with those mushrooms. I think it's really, really effective. And I think that would look super good on a print as well. Or as even as a sticker. So that's what's kind of going through my mind. What do I think will sell? What do I enjoy doing, though, is the main thing. Because yes, we want to make money, but I want to enjoy what I'm doing, have fun. And then also, what I talked through before is about master studies as well. And off the back of talking about illustration, my favourite children's illustrator was Beatrix Potter. I love Beatrix Potter. Back in 2019, Stephen and I went up to the Lake District and we visited her house, and we went to the Beatrix Potter museum, and I love it. So yesterday evening I did some Beatrix Potter illustrations. So I printed off basically, so these are my favourite Beatrix Potter characters. I've got Jemima Puddle Duck, this is Hunca Munca from Two Bad Mice, and the Tailor of Gloucester. I've got some other scenes down here that I haven't done yet, but I just focused on these three. And then I did kind of my versions. Now, again, I did these with my watercolour pencils. They're the watercolour pencils that, these ones here, that I showed in my very first vlog. Or was it my second? I think it was actually my college sketchbook tour. Have a look back at my videos if you haven't seen it. So these are the ones that I used back in school and college, so super old. So I used those and just activated them with water. Obviously I know Beatrix Potter used just watercolour paints, but I used the pencils. I don't think I quite got the faces, but I am quite pleased with the proportions. I'll give you a bit of a close up there. Can you see it? I like Jemima Puddle Duck. Tailor of Gloucester's not too bad. Hunca Munca could be better. But again, this is just doing experimenting, like I said, looking at kind of master studies. So that's where I am at the moment. Still really loving the illustrations. I think they do need work, but you know, it's a process. So today, just looking at my other library books. I'm really super lucky. You can I've got them out for 3 weeks, so I have got a bit of time to use them. Obviously you can always renew the library books if nobody's waiting for them. So the other ones I've got, I think you saw me looking at them, I think I filmed it. So we've got urban sketching. This is something that I really want to experiment with. I don't know whether I just like the idea of urban sketching. I don't know whether it's my thing in practice, but I'm not going to know until I try. So what I'm thinking of doing is going out and doing some urban sketching, actually outside, and also this one, painting with pastels. And this is a really cool book because flicking through it, it gives a lot of instruction, like really step-by-step guides, and kind of going back to basics about techniques. It's got about colour theory in here, and you know, just step-by-step guides on how you can create different pieces really. See here how you can just layer up those images and give detail. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to maybe hopefully use these two out on a location somewhere. I'm not quite sure where. The thought of doing art in public does kind of scare me a little bit, but I'm going to give it a go because this is about finding my art style, experimenting, being brave. So these are the ones I'm going to take with me outside. So hopefully I'm going to do that next week. But today I want to look at two of the other books that I've got, and they are Drawing Masterclass Landscapes. So I know we're inside, but I'm sure I've got plenty of images on my phone. Oh, look at that waterfall there. So this is graphite pencil drawings, which I love anyway. Perhaps actually thinking, what about, I know I got obviously these ones from Beatrix Potter because I liked the colours, especially the Jemima Puddle Duck one there. What about if I did those using this style? Combine the two maybe. Give it a go. And also, the other one I got from the library in the children's section was this beautiful book, because I want to look at animal illustration. Again, I talked about doing my childhood toys, Pinky and Lenny. What I've also been thinking about is different product ranges that I like doing and things that I'm interested in. And I was thinking of doing, because I've talked about it enough and you should know by now, I've not done many videos, but I think I've probably talked about it in every single video, donkeys. I love donkeys. I support the Donkey Sanctuary. So I need to get better. I need to improve my animal drawings and illustrations, and actually again see if I enjoy it. So today what I think I'm going to be doing is using this book here as inspiration for some animal drawings, using the images, rest of the images from Beatrix Potter. We've got the Flopsy bunnies here, Squirrel Nut King and Jemima Puddle Duck, but using the Margaret Eggleton landscapes kind of instruction to help me along the way. So that's going to be my daily art for today, and we'll see where we go. Hey guys, just wanted to jump on to say I have absolutely loved filming this vlog this month of experiment with art, and I'm starting to see an actual art style emerging, which I'm really excited about. I think the mixture of trying different methods, mediums, and using different inspirations, so going to the library, going outside, doing plein air / urban sketching from the car though, because it is still quite cold and miserable here in England, so I did go from the car. So not traditional plein air, but I was outside the house, so I'm going to take that as a win. And using illustrators such as Beatrix Potter as inspiration from different things. I've really enjoyed experimenting. And what I've learned, I think, is that I'm definitely more of an illustrator than kind of uber realistic art. I guess so. I think I've definitely got a more illustrative style. Also, I knew this about myself, but I really found it when I was doing the plein air in Cheddar Gorge. I'm really impatient. I knew I didn't have much patience, but when I'm drawing something, I'm not very good at letting layers dry. So in the first clip where I was drawing that scene by the pond, and I was needing to let the watercolours dry before then doing the fine liner on top, I ended up wrecking one of my fine liner pens because I just kept going on the wet surface. I just couldn't wait for the layer to dry. And then when I did the brush pen drawing of the gorge itself, I just didn't have the patience to put in every line of the rock. Like, I could have done that so uber detailed, and I just in no possible way, I just can't be asked. I just don't have the patience for it. But yet, when I do something like Zentangles, those mushrooms I showed you in the leopard and previously, I can literally sit there for an hour or however long it takes me, normally probably about an hour for those mushrooms, I think maybe an hour and a half, and do those geometric designs and not get bored. Like, I find it quite meditative. Like, I find it really relaxing. So that really surprised me, that how different styles of art can make you feel a different way, which makes sense, but I don't think I realised personally what different types of art makes me feel until I did it. And I think that's my biggest take home, is the way you find what art works for you and how it makes you feel and the effects that you get is only by doing it. So I'm really happy that I was able to have a mixture of experiences this month. Like I said, using books as illustration, going outside, and just again doing the daily art practice. So I think last month doing the 30-day sketchbook challenge, this month continuing on with the 100-day sketchbook play. It's just really good discipline to just keep doing it every single day, even if it's just something super quick. And some days I'll be really pleased with what I'm doing, and some days I'll have even a couple of, like a run of it, like a couple of days where everything I'm making I'm just loving. I'm like, wow, I found my groove now. I can pretty much, draw anything and I'll be able to do it successfully. And the next day I'll sit down to draw and do exactly the same thing that I've done, and it's absolute trash. Somebody's beeping outside. Sorry about that if you hear that. It's absolute trash. And I think that's just one of those things you have to accept as an artist, but it really does knock you. And also, it's not having too much pride over your sketchbook. Because I love my Strathmore sketchbook that I got given for Christmas, the one I've been using. This one here, and I love it, and I'm loving the art that I'm creating. And then you'll have a day and you'll have it's not even an off day, just a day where things just don't go to plan, and then you just feel like, oh, now I've ruined my sketchbook. This was a beautiful sketchbook. But But I think you have to get past that and get out of your own way, because then if you get in that headspace that, you know, I'm rubbish at what I'm doing, I don't want to use a sketchbook because I don't want to mess it up, then you end up getting to that space where you don't create anything. So for example, when I did the video of doing these nice drawings of the animals, and I really loved my little parrot guy here, and then I went on and I did my pencil drawings of Beatrix Potter, and I was like, oh, I'm loving doing these drawings. I'm really pleased with how Jemima turned out there. I'm going to go ahead and do some more drawings. I'll maybe do some Zentangles of some animals. And I did this page, and I was like, what the hell? I absolutely hate it. This donkey is atrocious. This frog, what the hell's going on with him? I like my little tortoise guy, but this other tortoise that I did, he's got a head of a mole. It looks like a mole. And after I'd done it and I went away, I was like, it's not as bad. But I was just so annoyed with myself. I was like, I've done these last few pages, which I'm really happy with, and I've just gone and ruined it. But I haven't ruined it. It's about experimenting. That's what the whole thing is about. It's 100 days of sketchwork play. You're meant to be playing. You're not meant to be taking it too seriously. Your sketchbook is where you learn, where you experiment, where you try new things, and not failing, but making not even mistakes, things you're not 100% happy with, trying things, maybe they don't work out. That's all part of it, and that's what a sketchbook is for. So I've had to try and get over that a little bit. But yeah, so I've loved doing it, and I'm so glad that I did record it all in this vlog. So I hope you enjoyed seeing some art, guys. Things that I've learned. I loved doing the plein air and the urban sketching. However, in terms of doing things, in terms of thinking ahead to making products and starting my shop, I don't think that's going to be an element that I'll be using. I think I found that I enjoyed the aspect of it, and I'm looking forward to maybe over this year, certainly doing it as part of like almost like a travel journal. Whenever we go somewhere, if we go to the beach, go on holiday or day trips, taking my sketchbook with me and developing that skill, because it really is a skill doing it outside and trying to balance things on your lap. Now I did it in a car, so you know I had the ease of doing that, but if you're like trying to balance it on your knee when you're on a bench or something, it's going to be really hard. It's a real skill. So it's something I want to try again, but I didn't enjoy it as much as I thought I was going to enjoy it. But you don't know unless you try. I really enjoyed doing just those simple pencil drawings of those Beatrix Potter sketches that I just showed you. I really enjoyed doing that, and I've fallen back in love with just doing simple pencil drawings. And definitely Zentangles, it's something I come back to again and again. And the other day I drew this vase. So this is a vase that my husband's grandparents gave us. I've seen it in the Range, the shop here in England, and so I think that's where they got it from, but it was a gift, so I can't be 100% sure, but I think you can see them there. So you've got a little bit of like Zentangle kind of style decorations on it, you can see. I drew this the other day and I loved it. So I definitely think Zentangles is going to form, at some point I think there's going to be some kind of project range of Zentangles. I really like the idea of bringing some characters into my art. Like I said, I've talked about using my childhood animals and Pinky and Lenny, and that's something I've started working on. I'm going to share that in the next vlog, because that's going to be part of the project range. I've only just started kind of doodling with that kind of thing, so that's something I want to build on next month. And so yeah, so I think that's the route I'm going to go down, more illustrative, having some characters that I can play around with and seeing where we go from there. But I've really enjoyed having this month of exploring, playing in my sketchbook, playing with different mediums, using different inspirations. So I highly recommend it. So if you're trying to find your art style, I think there's no better way than just trying a little bit of everything, trying little things out. Like the quilling, for example, the quilling that I did right at the start of this video. it was quite cool. Like, I obviously need a lot of practice. Again, the patience thing, I didn't have a lot of patience doing it. But I quite like the effect. Now, would I use that in everyday art? No. But there was a hell of a lot of paper left over from that kit, so I'm definitely going to do it again. But again, I'm glad I tried it. Is it my preferred art style? No. But I tried it, and that's the thing. And the other thing I just want to quickly, two things that I want to share with you quickly before I close out the vlog, is I talked about March Meet the Maker. I think I mentioned it earlier. So it's the challenge that Joanne Hawker does every March, and it's basically in order to give artists and creators the chance to share their brand story, share the story behind their products and the art that they make. Now, I don't have a brand, I don't have products, but I am making art, and that is my goal for the next month. So what better way than to hopefully use March Meet the Maker as my kind of launch pad, and maybe again inspiration for products. And she has now released her prompts for March Meet the Maker, and if you go onto her website, you can find her on Instagram. This is her handle, Joanne Hawker, March Meet the Maker, and you can print off this little plan of all of the prompts. So it goes through all of March. You do have the weekends free, which is what I love, and that's what I'm doing at the moment with my 100-day sketchbook play. I'm giving my weekends off. But it's things like brand origin, all about you, snippet, finishing touches, highs and lows, from idea to project, glow up, tools and machines, coming soon. There's so many different things that you can use. Now, I may not do all of the prompts because, of course, I don't have products, I don't have a brand as such yet. But I thought maybe the idea is better than reality. We'll see in the next vlog if I actually do it or if I get kind of overwhelmed by the whole thing. But the idea is that I use this as a kind of, again, like I said, launch pad to thinking about my products and how I'm going to go about making the website. At the moment, I'm kind of in between. Do I set up a website straight off the bat, or do I use a platform such as Etsy? I'm not thinking of using Etsy, but let's use that as an example, Etsy, to sell from first and then set up a website, because of course setting up a website costs money. I don't have a lot of money, but I also need to produce products, which again costs money. So those are kind of things that I'm toying with, and again thinking of different types of products is something I'm going to explore more next month. But yeah, that's where my thought process is. I'm really excited for these prompts have been released. So if you are a small business or an artist, please check it out. And if you just use the hashtag March Meet the Maker on Instagram, you can find loads of other local artists, maybe even local to you, just down the road that you don't even know about. Joanne is in the southwest of England, same as me. So it's just a great way of finding other artists and making friends with people local to you, and around the country and around the world even. So it's a great platform for that alone, and hopefully gives you inspiration for your small business. So again, in terms of thinking about finding our art style, another great way is by learning from other people. Which brings me nicely onto my next point that I really wanted to share with you. So I think we can learn so much from other people, and I don't think you should ever copy anyone else, but I think get an idea how other local and small businesses package their products, the products that they make. It just gives you so much inspiration. And one person that I follow on YouTube and Instagram is Rebel Jones Design, Bex, and I got her Mystery Monday box. So if you don't know, every month, I think it's like the first Monday of the month, on her shop she does only 20. So I was literally, they go on sale at like 6 o'clock in the evening. I was literally waiting as soon as I got home from work at 5:30. and then I just kept refreshing her website so that made sure that I got a Mystery Monday box, because it was a Valentine's special. And she just puts little stamps and prints in there. I have opened it, as you can see. So this isn't going to be a proper unboxing because I just couldn't wait. But I really want to show what she's got inside. She's just so amazing. I'm going to link her below. But again, it's just so great to look at other artists and see what they're doing. So it comes in this really nice little box with a little seal on it. And then if you open it up inside, it has the cutest little thank you card. So this is her thank you card there. I don't know if it's focusing or not. But it says, "To Sophie, thank you so much for ordering from my shop. Your order means I get to do what I love every day." And it's got a 10% off your next purchase code. I hope you love all your goodies. Love, RXO. And I love the little design on the thank you card. It's nice. It's a nice size, like a nice small print size, so you can pop that on your wall. And it also came with her little business card, which is really cute. And it's just really great quality as well, this business card. And it had the scan QR code on the back that links to her website. And I think it's such a great idea to have the QR codes. So, mental note. And then the product, it came in this lovely like tissue paper with a little brand sticker on it. Which again, so many people, the whole unboxing experience is like the majority of, it's not, they obviously order the products, but the unboxing is part of the enjoyment of ordering from small businesses. Again, using Etsy as an example, I think we all know that when we order from small business on Etsy, the joy is how it arrives. And she does that really, really well. And she even has in the box these like petals, like dried rose petal like confetti, which is just such a cute touch. Then in the box, got this really cute sticker, these little heart-shaped balloons. And this is my favourite thing of the whole box, by the way, a magnetic bookmark. And it's got these two little heart like speech bubbles, almost like messages, like WhatsApp messages kind of things. It's so cute. I love that. I'm going to use that so much. And again, bookmarks is something I had thought about, and now it's made me even more sure that I want to do, kind of thing, because it's just such a nice thing to get in a box, and it's so easy to come through the post as well. And then I've got this little print, little heart with wings. I love the colours and the sheen on it. Can you see the sheen? It's such nice things. And then one thing I wasn't expecting, because I had like, she did a really small sneak preview on her YouTube video, is this pin badge. And you can see the back is one of these little pin badges. But look how beautiful this kind of resin badge is. And it's filled with amethyst and rose quartz crystals, properties positivity and self-love. Look at that. It's so cool. And this one, I already have a friend who I think this will be perfect for. So this will be going to her. It's so cute just not to share it. But really, really happy with this Mystery Monday box. I'm so glad I ordered from Rebel. So please do check out Rebel Jones. I'll link her below. But I just think twofold. You're supporting other small businesses, and you're also learning from other people who have been doing it longer than you and have really great experience on how to package products, how to create products, how to design products. And also, you know, I probably wouldn't maybe do the badge myself, but it's great to see what other people are doing, and it just sparks ideas. So thank you for my Mystery Monday box. So I'm probably going to leave the vlog here, guys. I think I've got quite a lot of footage of different art bits that I've been doing, so I don't want to make it too long. But I hope you enjoyed it, and I'm really excited to jump into March Meet the Maker. So at the end of February now. So I'm going to start thinking about, now I've got the prompts for March Meet the Maker, I'm going to start thinking about things I can do. Like I said, I've just started with some initial sketches of kind of Pinky and Lenny. I'm thinking maybe something to do with donkeys, because you know I love donkeys, those kind of things. So I'll share those with you in the next vlog, and we're going to start looking at maybe scanning some images from my sketchbooks and thinking about products. So I think next one is going to be really fun. In March, I'm also taking part in a local workshop run by my friend Jill, who's a local artist. But I'll share more of that with you next time. So take care, God bless, and love you, bye.